Hey guys, welcome to Friday's stream. So, it has been a little bit of an absence, hasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? So, I'm just changing the settings here because for some reason it wasn't picking up the desktop audio. It should have been, but never mind. So, welcome to Destiny 2, ladies and gentlemen. Has been a little while, a little absent. Had to deal with things. So, week of the 26th of May, 2026, Friday the 29th, literally. So this emblem that you can get is part of the available additional loot you can get to helping with the the flood victims in Hawaii. It just makes sense to help them out. So as you're seeing this, the donation time period might be well over by the time I got a chance to have a look at it. So I haven't logged on to Destiny 2 since for about just over 2 weeks. So it just makes sense that this might be slightly, like a past event. But if it's still there, at least you can still donate and help those guys out in Hawaii. So it's good that they do things like this. They do this throughout the year, different campaigns, different little events. However, this is the first one that I've seen since we last logged in. So has been like a little while, like I said, at least 2 weeks. So welcome to Destiny 2, Renegades, ladies and gentlemen. So the big news out of Bungie is the fact that Destiny will be ending after the next massive update, which is a bit of a shame. But I don't know if that means they're going to create something new or something like that. But apparently, Bungie's deciding to walk away from Destiny 2 once the next major update is live and things have settled from that. But I think they have a massive opportunity to take everything on board what they've accomplished anyway, because they have done such a fantastic job. So until obviously Destiny 2 has got to a certain point when we do the new additional content, once that's completed, we will possibly concentrate on something else on Reset Tuesday until I know more about Destiny, if it's, that's it, for example. So, this week, Reset, there has been slight change into some of the stats in regards to damage and things, so they've done some changes, which makes sense. So heavy weaponry does more damage, which makes sense because it's meant to, because that's why it's sort of a special ammo, isn't it? Or heavy ammo, should be said. So whether it's fusion rifle, rocket launcher, anything, sword, etc., it's still a heavy weapon slot that you have equipped, and it's meant to do the damage that's meant to. So they have fixed a few little issues around that, because it's meant to be, like I said, heavy ammo meant to do the most damage, isn't it? So with it being Friday, it is Xur's Reset. So we're going to head straight to the annex side of the tower. So there is Xur. So we're going to go all the way to the annex side of the tower. So with it being also a reset, our first appearance actually for a little while, we haven't had a chance to look at the Eververse, so we will have a look at this a bit later. So there is additional ship that we can maybe get. This ship looks really cool, doesn't it? Does have a hint of like a Cabal pooch, as it were. So there is other things available for those who have tons of bright dust as well, but we will go through this together once we've done this reset, and some Crucible, Gambit, as well as a live Nightfall one. So whatever the Nightfall will be today, we will find out together live. And I do hope everyone's been enjoying the weather. The weather has been you know, very much improved, hasn't it? I'm just boiling up because it's quite warm in here. So the weather has been decent. Bit cloudy this afternoon, but still like over 20 degrees. So at least it's something, you know. So we will see what happens after this weekend. Maybe it will just continue being decent. We just don't know. So I did upload eventually the catch-up video, the very first one of 2026. So that is available for you to watch on YouTube, etc. Just give you guys an update since the last time I did a catch-up video, which was end of 2025. So December 2025 was the last one, and then obviously at least 3 months into the new year, we have a new obviously update or you know, catch-up video, as it were. So I've done that. There's been a lot to explain because obviously since I last spoke to you all, really, like a catch-up, a lot has happened since the end of 2025, hasn't it? So yes, so I've explained that in a little video, as I do for every catch-up video. So the next one after this one that has already been done will be sort of concluding the summer and beginning of the autumn of 2026, and then after the last one will be well, the ending of 2026, literally. So 2 more to go, but in that space of time there is plenty to cover. So that's why I do a catch-up video, just explain what's happened over the months in the gap. And obviously we will head into the summer of 2026, as well as you know, beginning technically of the autumn period of 2026 as well. So that's what will be happening during the next catch-up video. But in the meantime, we do have plenty of streaming and other, you know, drama to look forward to as well. So welcome to the annex side of the towers. So we're gonna go and see. I do apologize if I'm like boiling hot, because I am. Sort of Destiny has, you know, finally gotten to its final chapter or massive update. For example, like I mentioned before, with Bungie deciding potentially, very likely, to end Destiny 2. So once the final major content that we do together live has been done, we will potentially do something else, obviously, in its stead. And I was thinking we could go all the way back to the beginning of Diablo and go through that, and also bring in the PlayStation to do Diablo 3, because that is probably the best way of doing Diablo 3 on the PlayStation. So that is an idea, instead of obviously Destiny's case. World of Warcraft Midnight, of course, we've got plenty to do there. That is still going on because it leads on to the first raid that we haven't unlocked yet, so we will have fun with that. So I do hope, you know, that could be a possibility. We do more of World of Warcraft Midnight, possibly instead, just to ensure that we've caught up with everyone else, as it were. So each part of World of Warcraft Midnight, obviously, I've done separate parts, so you can follow it as much as possible. In regards to Destiny, of course, we are still in Destiny 2 Renegade storyline, so until we actually officially go into the final major patch content, which is what Bungie have mentioned, that will be it. But it's weird because sometimes they might say that and then decide, yeah, we're going to continue, you know. So even though it might appear to be the final thing that they said that they're going to release, you know, you just don't know. They might come back to it in a couple of months' time, go, oh, we've actually decided, you know. But a lot of fans are going to be disappointed, of course. But with games, of course, it is bound to be like that anyway, isn't it? So we're here at this part of the turret, so there is like a queue to see Zer, but we don't mind that. Excuse me.
I think it is very.
We're gonna see what he has
These
for us.
are from the 9.
So Zer is a merchant. He isn't anyone terrible, and that's what's so funny because obviously the 9 obviously are different members, I guess, of his race, but yes. So Zer is a merchant. He isn't like a mercenary or anything like that. I mean, I don't recall seeing him going around the map with a shotgun or something. But yes, he's a merchant. So since the changes when we first got introduced to Zer, we used to have to sort of trade certain resources for what he has on offer. Now it's more simplified since Final Shape, of course, and from that expansion, really. We have to exchange in strange coins instead. So, as always with Zer's reset, Zer has bits of gear for each of the classes, regardless which one is your primary. And yes, so he usually has 2 different types of gear, exotic gear for each of the classes. It is rare that it is the same, you know, slot type, but can happen. So as always, kicking off is the hunters, because hunters start first, and then goes on to the titans, and then the warlocks. So we're going to kick off the hunter's bit of gear with leg armor. So this is a great example of, for those out there who have a Titan, maybe subclass or character, and a warlock. So in regards to the hunters, so certain players might have a hunter as their main class, and then obviously Titan and Warlock as the secondary and third choices. But like I said, you can create other 2 characters to sort of fill the gap. If you want to create a hunter, create a warlock, it is really cool because you can do that. So specific gear in your inventory or in the vault will be designed for specific classes only. So in regards to this bit of exotic gear, only usable for the hunter in this case. So we do have this appearance. It isn't really cool, but it's sort of a bit different. But then once you happy with the appearance, for those hunters out there who have additional appearances, sort of makes sense that you can select which ones that you prefer, and then obviously change the color scheme. So Stompies are the first bit of exotic gear this Friday. So just as always, so the major mod slots, these ones, often refer to a specific trait, but sometimes it refers to heavy ammo or special ammo. But in this case, it does have other options. So it could refer to maybe damage resistance, maybe helping you get. I'm just sweating loads here. You know, getting your grenade cooldown, as well as different damage surge as well, and other things like so this could help your weapon depending if your subclass is arc, solar as well, but you do have the other ones as well. So you've got tons of choices really. So the major mod slots work alongside the minor ones. So like I said, sometimes the bit of exotic gear does have specific trait related information. So you probably want to try to get that trait to reflect on what it suggests as a recommendation, basically. Yeah, I'm sweating loads. Do apologise. It is warm. So the major ones, like I said, you could just play around with them, which ones that might work better than others. That's the only way around it, I think. And if you play around with the major mod slots and then see which ones work best with the minor one alongside it. So the minor one will help such as your melee as well as mobility, as well as potential your grenade cooldown as well, and super cooldown as well, depending what you're trying to go for your hunter. But just like the warlock and the titan, it depends what situation you're going into as well, whether it's a difficult nightfall, difficult dungeon or raid with your little group or team or fire team, as it's also known as. It is up to you, but sometimes you have to think about what might help the team, for whatever situation you're going into. So best level of 300, so we're going to keep that appearance. So that is what's the kick off the hunters this week. So second bit of gear is chest armor, and I don't think we've had this bit of gear before. So the chest armor does normally reflect on protection, but it could also reflect on helping other traits as well, like supers and regen for protective shields and things like that, depending on the exotic gear itself. So in this case, it does reflect more on helping you get specific traits for sort of subclass traits. So depending which one you have equipped for your subclass, you can help become strand resistant, maybe stasis, void, solar, and arc and harmonic as well, depending what damage resistance you may need to be, especially in a Grandmaster Nightfall, because the pests, as it were, the barrier champions will have specific additional traits that will be very problematic. So you will see what I mean when we go into live Nightfall run. So sometimes the pests will have void resistance. So that means if you're dealing void at them, they're not going to feel a thing. So you might have to counteract that by maybe being arc or solar, or even strand, for example. But it depends what you need. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, pick whichever that will help your team. And then the minor one, it doesn't really matter which one you pick, but if you want to help with specific stats for the exotic gear item itself, so these different traits percentages over here, you can then decide which minor one will help that, depending if you want more to do with healing, for example, your health, maybe. Mobility as well is another thing. Super mod as well, and you do have grenade one as well. Melee is quite useful as well. So you've got tons of choices, but bear in mind that all works, helps each other. But if you're going into a little group activity, just and it's very difficult tier version of that activity, you maybe want to have to change it slightly just to help your teammates. So this week, the hunters have leg armor and chest armor this week. So onto my character's class, Titans. So the Titans, exactly the same principle with the chest armor. So it is more resistant depending on the type of exotic gear for the chest armor. Sometimes it does relate to heavy ammo, special ammo, but just like the hunters, chest armor does reflect on being sort of certain damage resistant. So you can muck around with this until you're happy with it, and if it works quite well for your little team, or during a nightfall run, or even during event on the map that you're going to keep gaining your supers very quickly. Orbs of power drops are very useful for that as well. So you've got tons to test it out on as well. So it's always just like the other bits of exotic gear for the hunters and the warlocks. You can level each piece of the exotic gear to the new level 5. New changes since they're introduced in this expansion. So if you have duplicates, you can infuse it. So they have rechanged certain meanings of that. So it basically means if you've got 2 duplicates of the same bit of gear, one higher than the other, it will keep the stats of the higher version, sacrificing the lower piece of gear of the same type. But sometimes the lower bit of gear, exotic gear, has better stats, so you just have to keep an eye out for that. So with my main class being a Titan, so she has more appearances. To give you guys an example, to show you guys what I mean. So we do have tons of little options of for appearances. So we can have it as default. So this is the default appearance. And then we can change it slightly, so it does work quite well. Sometimes the shaders, as it were, don't work as well. It does have certain colours that stick out a bit more, and then you have to work around it. You know what I mean? So you do see the sort of bluey part. So maybe this looks better. It looks less obvious, doesn't it? So, yes, so you've got tons and tons of color schemes or shaders to go through to decide which one you're happy with. So the second bit of gear for the Titans, this reset Friday, is leg armor. So it does refer to the Dredgen Lash, which I believe is solar. So maybe stick with solar to help with that. And also the Dredgen Lash as well helps specific weapons as well. So that could be something to think of as well. So you do have tons of options to pick. So like I said, just play around and see which one works best. So with my main character being a Titan, so she has other appearances for this bit of gear. So I mean, for example, like this one, we can then change the color scheme. So it does actually change the full set a bit better than it used to with certain appearances. That looks cool, doesn't it? So it is up to you how you customize your gear, which is a good thing. So that is what the two classes have, the Hunters and the Titans. So the Warlocks this week start with Gauntlets this week. So like I said, sometimes the bit of gear does have a little explanation what it refers to. So there is specific traits to pick for this bit of exotic gear for the Warlock in this case. So it does refer to helping stun barrier champions, for example, and that's what you need to do during a Nightfall run anyway, or any difficult dungeon or raid. It is always going to be challenging when you're facing barrier champions, so you're going to get to see some in the live Nightfall run. But yeah, so the only downside with wearing exotic gear, you can only wear one piece of gear and have one exotic weapon equipped. So it'd just be overkill, wouldn't it, if you had everything equipped, and then you'd just be so powerful that you just kill everything. But it is a shame you can't be like that. You know, just be absolutely, you know, hard to stop, basically. So depending what stats or traits you want to go for your Warlock's bit of chest gauntlets in this case, whether it's gauntlets, chest armor, helmet, etc. It's up to you, but test it out really, I think, and switch it to whatever subclass damage type you're going out into the event with as well. So we do have these additional appearances for the Warlocks, but the default looks much better, doesn't it? So, for example, the little red bits don't change, so maybe you have to pick a colour that sort of blends in with the red little bits that stick out. So that looks much better, doesn't it? So with the colour schemes or shaders, just go through them all until you're very happy with the colour that you want to go with. It isn't always recommended, but it is up to you which colour scheme you go for. Technically, it is up to you which colour you want your Warlock to be, for example. So, gauntlets kick off the Warlock's gear this week, and the final bit of gear for the Warlocks is leg armor. So this is another example where it does usually have a little bit of description. What it does suggest what you should pick for your gear, for the exotic gear traits, you know, but sometimes it doesn't mention anything, so it's maybe then up to you which one to pick. Anyway, it's still up to you as a player, but you could maybe research it and see which ones are best and things, because the previous bit of gear didn't have any description, which might have been a bug. Sometimes it is a bug, but like I said, it should usually give you a little bit of an indication of what, you know, traits to pick really for your exotic bit of weapon or gear, especially for, you know, any of the classes, of course. So in this case, the Warlock's leg armor here, we do have tons of choices, and it does seem to refer to charge a lot here. So depending on your subclass type, maybe select that. If you want to be damage resistant or helping you build up a shield, especially to help your team, maybe something related to that, helping to regen the shield will help, regardless what damage type. So you can change it to whichever one that reflects to your subclass damage, but also pick one that potentially will help your teammates as well. So we do have these. So I do have this additional appearance, but it's not really cool. So this is the default for the leg armor here for the warlocks. So it does actually change the whole bit of gear here, because sometimes it only changes it a little bit. That looks still quite cool, doesn't it, for the warlocks, doesn't it? So as always, you can level it to a level 5 and infuse it if you have duplicates. So bear in mind with the stats of every piece of exotic gear that you get, sometimes it's better than the one that you currently might have in the vault in your collection. So just switch it around and then just recycle the old one. So like I said, it does often have a little description what it refers or prefers you to maybe pick, but it is up to you which one you want to choose out of these. But potentially any damage resistance or even helping the specific weapon type as well is potentially the best way to go in regards to specific traits as well. So this mark, which is the little belt thing, which is basically what this is. So the one that is available here is random. So basically this is random, so it won't give you any indication what it is until you buy it. So it's not guaranteed it's going to be better than the one that you might currently have. So, but it is up to you. So if your main class is a hunter or a warlock, this will be called something else. So for my Titan, it's called this. I don't know who names these things, but yes, so that's what it's called. For the hunter, it's called something else, and for the warlock, like I said, it's called something else as well. They have different names, which is really interesting because they sound like family members, really. But So there's requirements is to spend at least 47 strange coins every reset week. For example, has been a little bit of absence, like I said. So it doesn't matter how we spend our 47 strange coins. So we can usually buy resources, materials, or we can buy individual strange gifts individually with a strange coin. That is another option. Or we can buy additional bits of exotic gear. So we can buy the additional exotic engrams. I think they've limited to 1 or 2 now per reset. So, but the individual weapons themselves, you can buy any of them as long as you have enough strange coins to purchase them. So individual weapons will cost you 23 per one, and the exotic engram individually will cost 23. So it's basically the same. They've made changes to that. So the Hawkmoon hand cannons there this week. As always, these don't seem to change, but it's usually the ones afterwards that do change. The obelisk doesn't seem to have changed since last time, but the slots next to them have. So we do have the Fighting Lion this week. So we have the Hawkman hand cannon, the obelisk, linear fusion rifle. We have the Fighting Lion grenade launcher for those who are really good in Crucible using that. or even during event. Really cool using that. So basically, these are the two heavy weapon slot options. So obviously, you're going to have fighting line, grenade launcher, or you can have. Hold a minute. Actually, this will go into the first slot. Actually, so this is a primary option. Heavy slot because it does mention. So the hand cannon one is a primary. Obelisk is a special slot. Fight line, excuse me, is a primary slot, and the Queen Breaker is a heavy weapon slot. So there is also two catalysts as well. There's the Prospector as well as the Lord of Wolves catalyst. So if you need any of these catalysts, it will cost you a very expensive 71 strange coins per catalyst. So if you're buying two, you need at least like 150 strange coins. So underneath you can buy legendary engrams as well, or in this case, strange weapon engram, costing you 7 engrams or strange coins, should I say, per one. But I think they've limited to one of each potentially per reset. But you can buy any of the individual weapons here available, costing you 17 strange coins per one. So there's a mixture of heavy weapon slot options, primary slot options, as well as special weapon options as well. Different damage types as well, tons of them. So we're going to do things simple. We're going to buy some resources. So I don't need an ascending shard, so that is another option. So we're going to buy some enhancement cores.
On exchange.
So we've spent 34 of the required 47 already. So buy small dilemma.
May it change your fate.
So maxed out with the glimmer. We don't actually need to buy any more rare banners because we've got an absolute shitload. So we just need to buy 2 more or 3 more or spend 3 more coins. So we're going to buy 3 of these.
Accept it from the 9.
So it doesn't matter how many you spend as long as you buy the requirement 47 strange coins, and that will allow you to click on the Favor 9 buff every week. So as long as you spend your 47, doesn't matter which way you spend your 47. You don't have to necessarily just spend 47, but Zer's only happy every Friday for you to spend 47. So you can buy these as well. So I might come back and buy certain these bits of gear because it helps you get additional appearances for your gear as well. So simple as that, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to Zer's reset. So every time we do this, it is exactly the same, slightly different gear, usually not available, but the same principle is there. Spending 47 strange coins. So just think, thousands and thousands of players spend 47 strange coins, and Zer is obviously happy. Everyone's buying things from his shop. So we do have things to get rid of, but we don't need to worry about too much at the moment. So there is a giant version of Traveller right here. Whee! We just push it around.
Okay.
Yeah. How funny. So I do hope you enjoyed this reset. So as always, that's how we do things on a Friday. So we're on to the next part of tonight's stream, which is a bit of Crucible. So usually there is a bit of Crucible and Gambit. So we're going to go into control. So that's what's on the rotation at the moment. And also, let's have a look at the other options as well on the other main tab as well. So momentum controls there as well. So we can see if we can queue for that as well. It's a shame we can't queue for multiple things at the same time, which I think makes more sense, doesn't it? So it symbols that in regards to Zay's reset. So we're going to do 4 Crucible, 4 Gambit if we can. And then we go into a live Nightfall run. So you will get to see the barrier champions during the live Nightfall run. So I've kept my subclass as Solar at the moment. So we do have bits of gear that we don't need, so we can get rid of bits of gear because we don't actually need it. So the default gear level is 300 since the changes, and then it is sort of up to us if we want to upgrade certain gear to the current T level of 550. So we spent some, like I said, some strange coins for Zay's reset. So we still have a little bit left, but we can try to build on this in preparation for his reset next time. So we do have these additional appearances to unlock. So we also have this one. So adds to my collection. So we're going to unlock that and unlock this. There we are. So I think we're about to head to our first Crucible. So if we do have a problem during trying to go into Gambit, we will come back to this side of Crucible. Still counts, but a bit of a nuisance. I do try to like show you guys what it's like for the other side of Crucible, if possible. So this reset week coming up, we should be able to do a full reset week. So we will head back into Destiny 2 and continue Destiny 2 Renegade storyline. Once that's finished, of course, we should be on to the new additional content which Bungie will bring out. And then once we've done that and tried it, we can then do other things live on the Tuesday. So like I said, we could go all the way back to the beginning of Diablo and do that from Diablo 1 to Diablo 3, of course. So we can do Diablo 1 and 2 maybe on the rig, and then Diablo 3 on the PlayStation. And then obviously we continue in Diablo 4 the Vessel of Hatred until the Vessel of Hatred is completed. And then we can go into the brand new expansion, the Lord of Hatred, to get that live. It's exciting in a way, but I want to get everything done in regards to the Vessel of Hatred first. So, Crucible, ladies and gentlemen.
Control.
So it's all about participating rather than winning, I believe, you know.
Show your enemy this place belongs to you now. Take the zones.
So it is up to the team if they want to complete it properly, but
You captured Zone C Enemy claimed Zone A.
You hear things, but you don't know what's going on.
You captured Zone B. Zone advantage is yours.
Let's
Zone
go.
C lost.
Eh? Ooh, you bloody little shit.
Zone A captured. You have zone advantage.
Ah! I walked right into that. To me, it's a bit of fun. Even though I'm so shit. I don't care. Ah! Some stink got me.
Zone B lost.
Got your back, man. Oh yeah. Why?
Zone C captured. Zone advantage
shit.
is yours.
Dead.
Zone C lost. Zone B captured. You have
Who are
zone
you shooting
advantage.
at? I think he was shooting somebody, but I have no fucking idea who was shooting at. Eh? How come he didn't die? Sometimes players cheat. I don't know why.
Zone B lost.
Even in games like this, and I'm like, well, so stupid, really, but
You have zone advantage. Zone A lost. Zone C lost. It's a power play.
got
Get
your
those
back.
zones back. Zone A captured. You have advantage.
Ah!
Zone B lost.
So we don't seem to capture all the zones as often. So if we don't do that, we get a power play against
5
us.
minutes left. Keep it up.
Hmm?
You captured Zone C. Zone advantage is yours.
See what I mean? They fucking went after me. Which I don't understand why. That's scary. Maggie?
Zone C lost. You captured Zone B. You have zone advantage.
Ooh, that little shit got me. I'm gonna get you back. Lord of the Stink. What the? Oh, there you are. Fucking little. Just because I killed him before, he had to fucking kill me unnecessarily. How come he didn't die? I hit him with the auto rifle, I'm sure I killed him, but no, I wanted him to fucking kill me instead, didn't it? Which made no sense. Stink.
Keep the pressure on.
You know what I mean?
Zone A lost.
Fucking little turd. Hello? So when we do go into the live Nightfall run, we will change the subclass damage
One final
to...
push and victory is yours.
That was so funny. Have that in your fucking face. Have that in your face.
You have advantage.
Not my fault I fucking killed you. You were just being a little shit. So simple as that.
You fight like a demon for these zones. Bring me your friends. I
You
need
can
more
see if
like
momentum control will work. So if it does work, you're going to see the other side of Crucible, of this part of Crucible. Excuse me, burping. So I'm just thinking. So normal controls here, but momentum control is how it should be. Momentum control basically switch off the indicator, so you don't know where anyone is. So the season of Lawless is still going on for another 10 days. So just think, we haven't been here for 2 weeks at least. So season of Lawless is still going on because it started towards the end of last year. So it shows you how long this season's been currently going on for. So have you still got plenty to do for the current season of Lawless? Trying to get that finished to 100 usually, and then anything after that is just a bonus. So yes. Oh, I think we found a instance possibly. So you're going to get to see what momentum controls are like, so that's a good thing. So at least you get to see it. And hopefully from the beginning, if it is obviously from the beginning, well, already started or not from the beginning, doesn't matter in this case, especially with being a live stream. Oh, so we joined it, sort of already began. So as you can see, I'm with my teammate here, but we can have enemy players hiding behind us, but we won't know that. So this is where you have to be a bit more careful, because you just don't know where the fuck they are.
Zone C captured.
As it
Power
were.
play. Keep the pressure on. Zone A lost.
So they
Zone
could be
C
anywhere.
lost. Enemy has zone advantage.
So, and that's the whole
Zone
point
A
of momentum
captured. You
control.
have zone advantage.
You don't know where they are, and they don't know where you are. So it's sort of a mystery where they could be. So I think I found an enemy player that doesn't know I'm there. Ah, I was gonna punch him. Me. Ah, shit! That was a great example. I didn't even know he was there. See, that's the fun thing with momentum control. You just don't know where
I love
the
it.
enemy players are. So I do have equipped the Thunderlord
5
because
minutes
I'm trying to
remaining.
get the catalyst
A
completed.
stop
I've
start.
been
Fight.
trying for many years to get it completed. Who are you shooting at? Oh, I think the team has
Zone A
found
lost.
somebody.
Enemy has zone advantage. Zone C captured. You have advantage.
Yeah?
Zone B lost.
Hmm.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Just don't know where the hell they are. But obviously my teammates obviously help you get an idea where the potential could be. And
Zone C lost.
don't know where
Zone
they
A
are.
captured. You have advantage.
Hmm. Just following my
I've seen
teammates here.
enough. I'm calling this one.
So we killed one with heavy ammo, yay! So he's actually calling it because that is the thing that he can do. Call it, and then obviously...
You fight like a demon for these zones. Bring me your friends. I need more like you.
So we didn't do this before, but we will this time. Hand out medals to everyone on the team, but we never have enough medals to hand out. So it just ruins it in that respect. Because everyone should get a medal, shouldn't they? So you got to see what momentum control is like, because you just don't know if there was somebody maybe following you, and that's the whole point of momentum control. So just like the control that we did, the very first one, but obviously this has no indicator, so we have to be more alert, as it were. And I think Crucible should be like that anyway, because Crucible with indicating or helping you know where they are, that's not really Crucible then, is it? So it's just like in Fallout, for example, when we did sort of like a PvP like sort of thing. No one knew where anyone was. That's the whole point. You shouldn't be given additional, help where the enemy players are, for example, or the opposite team. Normal control is cool, but up to a point, because obviously that's what spoils it, because every time we do normal control, like before, enemy players know exactly where you are. But a lot of players do find that fun, but I think it's fun up to a point, because then you're thinking, why is it, you know, why is it not like this version of control? So with us not finding anything, we will go into the normal tab and see if we can join the usual group that are wanting to do the normal version of control, which is this one, the default version. But they should merge in momentum control officially for this, because it's more Crucible then, isn't it? So at least you got to see what momentum control is like. They should do momentum, you know, Gambit, Nightfall, something like that, or even little events similar. Especially like the Halloween event, which was really cool, but they should switch off the indicator, and then it's more fun. Do you know what I mean? So during Halloween last year, of course, like the previous year before that, we had fun throwing exploding pumpkins, which is a really cool change of things in regards to what's available in Destiny 2's Crucible. And I think it just shows that is successful, so they should do more like that, you know. You know, like explosive Easter, explosive summer, as well as just explosive everything, basically. Yeah, I think. So we will do 2 more Crucible, and then we will see if we can go into the other side of Crucible, the Gambit side. If it has issues, we will go back into this, do another 4, and then we will go into the live Nightfall run. So regards to the Eververse store, like I said, that resets every Tuesday usually. So we haven't been into the Eververse store or in Destiny 2 for at least 2 weeks. So we have missed several potential options for different ships and all that, but it will rotate back anyway eventually. So anything we missed, we will eventually get that chance again, I'm very sure. So like I said, you got tons things to buy with your Bright Dust, and just Bright Dust only. You do have other options as well. And additional shaders if you need them as well. So regards to the featured, it's often all right, so we have to complete that. So until we complete a certain mission, we can't really get this, but we could get it if we had any silver, but we don't have any silver, so featured. So we do actually have this ship. So we've got up to Reset Tuesday coming up to decide if we want to buy this ship, and I probably will, because we need to try to get all the ships collected. Interesting. So I think we found another instance. So this is the version of Control which is acceptable, but I do think they need to just change it, like I said, to Momentum Control. That is what Crucible should be like anyway. So we're heading to this map. Same principle, capture the zones, get all the zones, you get a power play. But like I said, the enemy team know exactly where you are. So it's still fun, but not as fun as it could
Move in
be.
and take those zones. They are your life. You captured Zone C. Enemy claimed Zone A.
Hey! Little shit shot me. How dare he? Mine? Haha, you got shot in the
Enemy
face.
claimed Zone B.
See, like I said, they know where you are, so obviously I'm gonna get murdered very easily here. Getting shot at. Ooh! How dare you? And if I can get you back, you little shit. So I don't know if we're doing well or not, but like I said, it's just a bit of fun. So sometimes your team don't even bother getting the zone, and he you know, ends it very quickly. But it is up to. Ah! How come you didn't die? Some players are immune. Which is a lot of bullshit. Oh, did that hurt? Just you wait, little shit. My teammate may kill you. Or should say I kill you. Ah. Something was hitting me. Ah! And like I said, I didn't even realise I was walking into a trap.
Zone B captured. You have advantage.
He's dead. I think we were trying to shoot a pest. Ah!
Zone B lost.
Uh-huh. My teammate got your fucking face. Ah, did that fucking hit? No. Uh-huh. So this is the downside, because they know where everyone is, so they may think they're like the best, you know, but they're not, because if they need indication to know where you are, that's not really being the best PvP person, is it? PvP is to do with not knowing where any opponent is.
Strength in numbers now.
See, he knew where it was. And he thought he was fucking mint. It's a shame that Mayhem's not available, because that's the real thing. Ooh, thank you. Well, that was fucking funny. You killed yourself. Dear me. How come he had to fucking kill me and then kill himself? Really typical, isn't it? Hmm? Thought I'd be able to sneak and kill them, but obviously, like I said, they know where I am, so he would have known anyway. But if I got additional help there, maybe we could have got rid of the little shit. Oh, that was very funny.
Zone B lost.
Oh, fuck. Hey, I got you back.
3 minutes remaining.
But you knew where I was, so... Oh dear. So like I said, it doesn't mean they're any good at all.
Double down.
Ah, did that fucking hurt? Because I knew where you fucking were. Easy.
Strength in numbers, Guardian.
Easy. Oh, you fucking survived that.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
So sometimes when you do an instance like this, you don't always get the cooldown for your super every time, but like I said, sometimes you nearly get it just at the end of the actual instance. Oh, did that hurt? Oh, that was interesting. Hang. Ah, you...
1 minute left.
Oh, you shit. I'm gonna get you with my super now. Stink.
Seconds remaining.
It's quite cool. So we may not win this one, but it doesn't matter.
Don't be lost. Your enemy is pushing for victory.
I mean, in a way, they haven't got the maximum points. So I think that's still a draw. Because until they get 150 points, which is the required, we done well to prevent them from getting the fourth spot.
You eat monsters for breakfast.
Do you know what I
could win a
mean?
battle
So,
for territory.
success in a way, I think. So, final control before we see if we can go into a gambit. So these little mini requirements help us get the weekly thing done, but like I said, we are going to start this all again on Reset Tuesday coming up because we joined it so far, obviously late, haven't we? But it doesn't matter. So you get to see what I mean now, so you will see this all again on Reset Tuesday coming up. So we will begin this Reset Tuesday and then obviously continue it a week today. So Friday's stream, next Friday we will do Zers Reset Live, exactly what we're doing today. Basically continuing for this weekly little thing. So this will be more or less completed probably as much as possible or near as possible. So once Reset Tuesday hits, this all resets. So we have to do it all again, but that's the whole point. So we get little rewards as well, some bright dust. Yay. So like I said, if we don't get a chance to go into Gambit as much tonight, so we will see if we can go into a Gambit, at least one. And then at least you saw Momentum Control once tonight. So we can see if that will work again. So Zers Reset is usually the shortest out the entire lot. So there is a raid for players who need to do it as well. So because there will be a lot of players like myself that haven't got a guild or players to do the raid with or the dungeon with. World of Warcraft, for example, have AI teammates, so you can actually do the dungeon yourself with the AI team members, and it sort of makes sense to do that for players who don't have a guild and things like that. So in regards to Destiny, they should do that for the dungeon, well, the dungeons and raids, for those players who don't even have a chance to do the dungeons and raids as often as you know, official clan groups, you know. I've only done a raid once or dungeon once. That's because I had to be dragged through. Thankfully, there were some players who were caring and to help me get through. But this is where they need to bring in the computer backup to help you do content like that. So final control before we will see if Gambit will work. So same principle, capture the zones, get all the zones, get a power play. Well, maximum points 150, I think. So if we can get near to that or exactly 150 plus, we win, obviously. First team to that. Ah! Fuck. Wins. So it might appear that they are really good here, the team members, but bear in mind they're getting help here, knowing where we are. So it's not necessarily crew. So our teammates know where their enemy players are, so it's sort of, you know, you get to first, and then you know they're gonna get the kill. Ah, fuck. So they might not be like the best, of course. None of them are really, unless they can prove it by doing that in momentum control. Because it doesn't show that they're really good, does it? It just shows that they know where you are and they're going to kill you. Ah, fuck! You fucking... See, my teammate knew where you are. So he shot you in the face. So, Gambit, ladies and gentlemen, is PvP related, but is PvP/PvE, so we have to do things as a team, just like in Control, capture the zones, but in Gambit we have to capture or collect currency, and then deposit it in the bank, and then first one to get their primeval gets a chance to win. And it's as simple as that. So we will see if we can do at least one Gambit, so you get to see it for those who are new, of course, to my channel and to Destiny 2 as well. So it is just a shame that this sort of spoils it, really, but it is part of the Crucible rotation that they haven't changed for years. Eee! I like how he went after me. So we're going to capture the zone, hopefully not get fucking shot.
Zone C lost. Zone A.
I should say I shoot him instead. I actually thought he was going to kill me, in fairness, because I was the only one at the zone. So I was actually expecting to be fucking shot, because that often happens when I'm the only one at the flag, as it were. I'm vulnerable, obviously, so I'm going to get fucking murdered by elite.
You captured Zone C. That's a power play. You took
Ooh, really? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to punch you in the face. Ah, that was rather interesting.
Tell them to line up.
Ah! You. Had to fucking spoil it, didn't he? Come on, who was that? Oh no. So with the indicator being on, they should actually increase the amount of kills to at least 3 times as what you need to complete the match, because then it's more worth it. So maybe at least 1,000 kills, because then it makes more sense. Do you know what I mean? Because if it's only over 150 or whatever, it's still relatively stupid. I think needs to be altered slightly to make it worth it. So with the indicator being on, should increase the kills ratio to at least 1,000, maybe. I fucking didn't die. Because with the indicator being on, they're going to kill players so quickly, usually. So that means, I mean, I knew where he was, so I was hunting his ass down. But like I say, the racial requirement. How dare you? So they need.
I've seen enough.
Oh dear.
Calling this one.
Yeah.
You're nearly there. Fight on and claim victory.
Haha.
Victory is all I ask. Good.
So we're going to hand out some
You
medals
fight like a
to our
demon for
teammates.
these zones. Bring me your friends. I need more like you.
Oh really? So I'm going to keep my subclass as on Solar. So we're going to go into the Gambit side of Crucible, so hopefully it will work, ladies and gentlemen. So you should get a chance to see at least one Gambit today. If it does not work properly, we will go back into this side of Crucible just to do another 4, just to ensure we actually do it. So like I said, it's actually helped this. Bit of fun, isn't it? So there are many little rewards you can get for the week as well. I know we try to get the Bright Dust every week, but bear in mind we haven't been here for at least 2 weeks, so it is sort of acceptable for this week. And then when we go into the reset week, this forthcoming week, we will go into this again, and it will reset again anyway. So on Tuesday, everything resets. So even though it might appear that we've hardly done anything for this week, but bear in mind we've only been doing 4 Crucible, and we've done plenty of requirement for these little mini requirements towards the weekly requirement. You know, we've only done 4 Crucible so far. It's weird, isn't it? Very weird. So hopefully we will go into this Gambit. So that ship, we potentially will get that ship. So when we go live on Tuesday, you may see a different ship, depending if I want to buy this ship. I probably will. So if we look at the different color options or shaders, just like with the gear, you know. So I'm going to change it to my default, the New Age Black Armory, which is what I usually pick. Still looks cool. So even the default color looks cool, doesn't it? But it does give me a sort of a Cabal Pooch vibe sort of thing. Or maybe a wolf head, so like Lord of Wolves sort of thing. So that is what's available for this reset week. So it does make me wonder what ships we may have missed. But we might not have missed anything really of importance in regards to the ships. So collecting all the ships is part of the game as well. And then it will take years. I mean, it took me years just to even get the current ships up to where they, you know, the amount that I've got. So you're going to get to see this Gambit. Hopefully we can do another one afterwards. But you're going to get to see a bit of PvP/PvE, which is what Gambit is about. So the Drifter will tell us which pests we're going to have stopping us.
All right, Mavericks. Ready to see what you're fighting today? Hi! Bring a sword. You know the Hive in this system are scared of you? I don't know what you did to them, but it worked. transmat firing. Look at you all dressed up. Let's get some blood on that armor.
Oh, against the heart. Oh, shit. Oh, sorry.
Hostiles incoming at the burrow.
So we've got 10 mods. So that's enough for a medium blocker. So we're going to try to get maximum mods so we can get the maximum big blocker if we can. So it sends the blocker to the other team's instance, and that's where the fun is.
Hostiles incoming at the burrow. Portal's ready. Go say hello. Your allies invading the other side.
So we maxed out our mods. We're going to deposit it
Hey, your team
into
has
the
enough
back.
to
Oh,
Invader
ah,
incoming.
shit.
Send them back.
Oh, thank goodness.
Burn it down. Enemy invader down.
I was
Incoming
thinking
hostiles
shit
at the ring.
because I thought he was going to
Portal's
hunt me down.
Don't forget to
So
bring it
that's
here.
the other thing with the
Allies
enemy
invading
invader.
the other side. You're bleeding
They can
most,
kill you with
sister.
your morts,
Whack the
so
blockers.
you can have maximum morts like I did and then lose them all. And that really upsets the team, which has happened in the past.
Target the envoys first. Your invaders down, but they took 3 with them.
So we got the Primeval up.
8. Now devour that primeval.
So the Primeval has a shield, so when the shield appears, we can't do any damage to him or the Primeval
Invader incoming.
without
Send 'em
getting
back.
rid of the
Envoys
envoys
eliminated. Focus on the primeval.
first. So I'm looking for the enemy. Oh. Ah! Fucking
Opposing team has a primeval. You gotta finish first. You're in the lead. Enemy
hell.
in 3 to 9.
So that's the downside to Gambit, they know where you are.
Looking to make someone cry.
Make somebody cry?
Envoys eliminated. Focus on the primeval.
Yep, so once the envoys are down, we have a chance to go down to the Primeval to a certain point. Oh, shit.
Burn it down. Take this game. Your invaders down, but they secured 2 kills. Decent work. An invader crossed over. Fill him full of holes. Envoys in the dirt.
Uh-huh.
Big guy. You made that look simple.
Yay!
You fight till there's nothing left.
It's our
I
first
could use
victory
someone
for like
you on my
absolute
next
ages.
crew.
But like I said, it's just a bit of fun. So we say thank you to our teammates. We're going to see if we can do another Gambit so you get to see what it's like. How it's meant to be anyway. So like I said, the only thing that spoils it is the indicator, because when the enemy player invades your side of the instance, they know where everyone is because it tells them. That's not really Crucible then, is it? But the sort of PvP/PvE side. Obviously, we having to collect and deposit into our bank to get the primeval. But the enemy players on the opposite side of their instances can come and invade. That's where the PvP comes into it, and that's where it's really cool. But indication, they know where we are, because it shows where we are on their map. So it's sort of like, of course they know where we are. But then, if we have lots of moats like I did, sometimes we have to hide, and hopefully they don't get us before the time runs out, because they get about 30 seconds or something to invade. So they could wipe out the entire team, which is possible. That's happened before. I've actually done that as well, which is a rare thing to say, but it is fun, because then the team's like frightened. But that's where the fun thing is in regards to Gambit. But they shouldn't technically have help, should they, knowing where you are. That's the whole point of Crucible. So if we can do this additional Gambit, should be able to at least get 2 Gambits done, and then we can see if the Crucible tab will work again. So we did get some more crap, that's where we don't need. So recycling crap that we don't need, as it were, helps us get some more glimmer back, because we spent loads previously as well. So we need to get our glimmer back that we spend as well. So hopefully we can get this Gambit. And then we can see if the other side of Crucible will work again. So, like I said, it does explain what control is, but like I said, this should switch up the indicator, just like momentum control. Then it is Crucible. You know what I mean, where's the fun of them knowing where you are? So, the second Gambit. So, at least we've been able to do 2 Gambits tonight. On Tuesday, we will do 4 Gambits if possible as well. And then do more a week today when we do Zer's Reset again, which will be the very first one of June 2026. Can you believe it? We're nearly into June already. So, who we're going to be against for the second Gambit instance? Maybe the Hive again, maybe somebody else. It is rare that we've had just one class all the time, one type of pests all the time.
Ooh! Hive!
Oh, Hive again! How funny!
Fun fact, you can ignite hive guts for a little fire out in the wild. It's toasty.
Toasty?
Hold
Cheese
on
and
to your
toast there.
ghosts. Thank Tank those moats quick, hero. I'm full up on primevals, and they're starting to get rowdy.
So, same principle as before, different map, same pests. Different map.
Hostile incoming at the depot.
So sometimes we're against the Lucent Hive, which is a sub-faction of the Hive, which are very difficult to deal with. I'm not sure what the I'm trying to remember what the faction of the Hive on the moon is called, because I'm sure they call it certain name as well.
Hostiles incoming at the cavern.
So the enemy team sent blockers to our end of the instances. So if we don't clear the bank, we can't deposit anything. That's how it works in regards to sending blockers. Ah, shit. Haha. But you stink.
Invader on the field.
Ah, shit.
And they don't look too friendly. Portal's ready. Don't forget to bring a gift.
Ooh, luckily I deposited before he killed me, so I didn't lose any morts, but he fucking killed me. Kill that piece of shit.
Track it down. Hey, you're losing most. Ice the blockers. Incoming at the ghost.
So I was fortunate to
Your allies invading the other side.
not lose any morts, but I got murdered.
Your allies down and out. They're heading back. Hostiles incoming at the cavern. Portal's prime. Anyone up for a field trip? Hank, and you'll summon a primeval. You want to win? That's how. Ocean team summons a primeval. If they kill it, they win this. Allies headed to the other side.
So maxed out mods, so I'm going to deposit these and we should get our primeval.
All right, you can still win.
And I was very fortunate not to lose any mods, which is a good thing because I don't like fucking losing.
Decent work.
So it is a race now who clears that primeval first now.
Primeval compromised. Focus your fire. Invader incoming.
Question is, where's the invader? We got you, man. I got you. I'm gonna invade. Or else we're gonna lose, it seems, because no one's actually gone through.
This is what the taken feel. Revel in this. That's one.
Oh, did that fucking hurt? Ah! Fuck. So this is where they know where you are, and
Enemy
it
team's
takes the
about to
purpose.
win this. Get moving. You're being
Ah, I was gonna
Find
shoot
them
him.
before they find you. Primeval compromised.
So we
Burn
could
it
see if we
down.
can do another 2
Fight's over.
gambits.
Opposing team killed their
That
prime.
was a shame. But you got to see what gambit is like twice, so that's a good thing. Because sometimes we only get to do 1 gambit and it crashes, usually. So we're going to see if we can do another 2. And if we do, that is a good thing. Well, that was very eventful, wasn't it? Doesn't like it, does it? So I think we will see if we can go into the other Crucible tab if it's gonna crash. Oh, we will see. You've got C2 Crucible Gambit side of things there, so that was a good thing. So tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, we will have our very final stream of this reset week. So today's stream and tomorrow night is the last one. Well, the only ones for this reset week. So tomorrow night we will head into Diablo 4, continue the Vessel of Hatred, and trying to get that completed so we can actually go into the Lord of Hatred expansion together. So at the moment we're still trying to complete everything in the Vessel of Hatred in preparation to go into the new expansion. So it has been live for a few weeks at least, but the new expansion. But we aren't behind or anything like that because it is up to how our characters progress rather than anything else really. But it will be very exciting to go into it live, and obviously the Vessel of Hatred would lead into the Lord of Hatred, so getting that finished first is the main thing, and then we can go into Lord of Hatred. That should be really exciting, like I said, because the cinematic for the introduction to the Lord of Hatred is so cool, and the announcement trailer when they had it announced that this is the next expansion, the Lord of Hatred, it just was so cool and epic, and this makes you think everything that we've done so far in Diablo 4, for example, it's just been a mess anyway, in fairness. So it's even more of a mess. But we will uncover the journey together once we do complete the Vessel of Hatred first. So tomorrow night we will continue the Vessel of Hatred on my main character and trying to, well, my main paladin, get that. If we can get it nearly finished, at least we are nearly there. But it's not a rush thing, but it does give me a chance, you know, if we don't get a chance to do much more of Destiny 2, of course, because once Renegades is finished, there is some additional bits of content to do in regard to Destiny 2, but apparently that is it. So once that's done, we can maybe go back into like I said, Diablo 4, just to ensure that's done. But also, like I said before, we have a chance to go all the way back to the beginning of Diablo 4. Sorry, Diablo, not Diablo 4, but the first Diablo, then Diablo 2, Diablo 3 we will do probably on the PlayStation, because I have it on the PlayStation installed, so get to see Diablo 3 and then also the expansion, the Reaper of Souls, as well as the Necromancer expansion. all on Diablo 3. Diablo 4 we currently doing that anyway, and then obviously Vessel of Hatred that will eventually lead on to Lord of Hatred. We are doing that anyway. So I just thought we could go all the way back to the beginning of Diablo, and you know, obviously you see the massive changes in regards to what the graphics were like and all that sort of thing, but that's the whole point. But just give us additional things to do. We could easily go back into Super Animal Royale, for example. We haven't been back in there. Super Batman R2, Streets of Rage 4, etc. We've got tons of stuff, and also Age of Empires and Warhammer and other games like Fallout and other options to bring in replacement to Destiny 2, because we could allow Destiny 2 to have a little break, because it has been several years in a row, to be honest. So against the Fallen for Gambit number 3.
Made themselves cozy in the last city, but not these. Finish them. You ready for
So I'm
transmat?
actually getting to see 3
Drop
Gambits
those targets. Take the moats
so
and
far
bank 'em.
today. Because it has been the case where we've had to come out of Gambit after just one Gambit, which is a shame. But sometimes there's a bug, and that happens. Oh, sorry, Mr. Fallen. I mean, I don't know what you call a fallen soldier, especially these pests, anyway. Or naughty fallen, as I call them, because we do have allied friends who are fallen. The elixir, of course, but the fact that these are naughty faction of the fallen is the easiest way to say it, really. So they're still fallen, but the naughty side of the fallen. But like I said, it makes you wonder what we could call them, because they probably have individual names that we don't know about.
You're bleeding moats, sister. Whack the blockers.
So there is a blocker at the bank, so we can't deposit anything. So if we don't clear the bank,
Crossed over.
we,
Fill 'em full of hope.
shit.
Hostiles incoming at command. Your team smoked the invader.
Oh, thank
That
God.
stain ain't coming out.
Now we can get rid of the blocker, because we are using the moats. Well, we have no moats to bank. Hey, we've got nothing. How funny.
Cash in now. I spot a high-value target. Give 'em hell.
Oh, this is very terrible. And this one.
You're being invaded. Find them before they find you. Those moats popped a large blocker on the enemy side.
Ah! At least I deposited my moats before he murdered me. Which is a positive. You killed my teammate. He had 15 moats.
Enemy invasion over. You should have seen the look on their face. Ah! Priceless! Incoming hostiles at the ring. Your allies back with 2 kills under their belt. High-value target is down and out.
So the catch-up mechanics they introduced in Gambit allows the other team, regardless how much further forward the opponent's side are ahead in regards to having the primary vote before us, but the catch-up mechanics they introduced in the previous expansions recently have allowed the opposite team, our team in this case, because we're behind, to catch up with the, with the getting our primeval as well. So it allows us to at least get our primeval
Your allies hunting the other team.
to have a chance, a slight chance sometimes, but that didn't used to happen. It's all to do with the fair play system, so it just makes sense, doesn't it? So with us having our primeval up, we can now cause a bit of a mess towards the envoys to try to get rid of the envoys. Before the primeval. So every time you invade and kill an enemy player, it feeds their primeval in their instance. I fucking got you. So I'm gonna invade.
This is what they take it.
He thought he had me. Oh, they're fucking hiding. Ah, fuck. Ah, I knew he'd fucking go after me. See what I mean? Sometimes it's personal. I'm gonna fucking shoot you now. I'm hoping he invade. I'm gonna fucking hunt his fucking face down. So we quickly get rid of them, or so we might be able to win.
An invader crossed over. Fill him full of holes. That primeval's nearly dead.
Ah, fuck! You meant to shoot him, not. Oh wow, teammates invading. That's good. Where's the bug stick?
You're in the lead. Invaders off the field.
So let's get rid of the envoys. Have any chance to maybe win,
Your
but
invaders back with one kill. Envoys permanent. Now, bring the house down. That primeval's not long.
ah! How did we lose that? But like I said,
Took out their primeval.
oh man, that was too late, man. So, final Gambit, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to see how close it could be in Gambit. So we didn't win that one, but at least we got to do 3 Gambits so far tonight. So we hopefully can do 1 more. Yay. So these little requirements used to just get progress in the side of Crucible, but they've made it more simplified, so it's actually merged Gambit as well, which is makes sense because not everyone, it's still Crucible, isn't it, technically? But I always say this all the time because it is still Crucible, even though it's Gambit, because you're still doing Crucible things. PvE side of things in regards to this side of Gambit, but or this side of Crucible, because we have to obviously collect, deposit into the bank, and then prevent the team coming to invade. So that's where the PvP side of things, but obviously PvE where we're having to do something, as a team. So final Gambit, and then we will head into a live Nightfall run. Do apologise if you heard some sirens. I think that was the fire engine or something going past. Somebody's on fire. Or it could be a police car going to arrest some annoying invader. So who we're going to be against for the final Crucible? Let's have a look. I'm just seeing if we can come out with that. Hang on. So in preparation, we
All right, Mavericks. Ready to see what you're fighting today? Vex on the field.
oh, the Vex. So we've had the Vex, we've had the
You think the
Fallen,
Vex are alive?
and
Are
then
they
we've
just
had the
machines?
Hive twice today. So against the Vex for the final Gambits.
Let's hunt some hostiles, sister. Bring them
Same
loot
principle,
back.
collect, deposit, and prevent the enemy team invading or killing teammates who have collected motes. But if you haven't got any motes and you get murdered, at least you aren't letting the team down. Because that has happened before where sadly the team members have been killed trying to deposit a moat, or several moats usually. Ooh, Mr. Vex shooting me.
Hostiles incoming at the garden.
Ooh, that was so cool. So at the moment we've only got enough for a small blocker. So there's a small, medium and large blocker. 1 to 5 motes is a medium, small blocker, and then 5 to 10 is a medium, and then 10 to 15, or I should say 15 max is a large blocker. So we'll see if we get some more mortars so we help the team, but also
On the island.
so I've got quite enough for a medium. I'm gonna see if we can kill some more little
Portal's
shits.
ready. Allies headed to the other side. I spot a
Fucking Hydra.
Give 'em hell. You're bleeding moats, sister. Whack the blockers. Your allies down. Took someone with them.
Oh no 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 no. Fucking enemy hit pest as well.
They wanted a fight.
He's
Enemy invasion over. You
shooting
should
me.
have seen the look on their face. Ah! Priceless! Incoming at the cave.
I'm fucking shot out here. So we lost Mort, but well, my teammates did.
Open team summon the prime evil. If they kill it, they win this. Portal's up. Go look.
Yay.
You send a large blocker to
I'm
the
gonna
other
go through and
side.
try to murder a few.
This is what the taken feel. Revel in this.
How did he survive that? First of all, the funny I killed him even though he thought he was mint. Did you see him floating around thinking he was fucking mint?
You're close. Bang and
So we
summon that
always have our
prime.
primeval up,
Portal's
which
ready.
is a good thing.
Go say hello.
Because sometimes we don't even have the team actually bothering.
Allies headed to the other side.
shit.
Your allies down and out. They're heading back. All right, you can still win this. Burn that primeval to the ground. That primeval's
So once the envoy's
Hit it with
down,
everything
you can
you've
do
got.
damage to
Your allies
primeval.
invading the other side. Your invaders down, but they took someone with them. Good.
That's
The
not
lead's yours.
like a rush thing. See who wins, but at least you got to see 4 gambits today. Our very first return to Destiny 2 since the disruption. Again.
Convoy's taking a surf next. Primeval time. Invader on the field. Careful. Enemy invader down. Hey,
Ah, I was gonna fucking shoot him.
the enemy team's about to win this.
No, go through. Fucking hell.
You're invading. Make a mess.
Oh, fuck.
Guardians down. You're in the lead. That primeval's nearly dead. The enemy team's about to win this. Get moving. You got style, sister.
That was so funny. They should have won. But we won. Haha. So funny.
Ooh, that's quite the haul, thank you very much. Old Drifter's gonna put
Oh,
these
I do
moats
hope you
to
enjoy
good
that.
use. Trust.
So I do hope you enjoyed Crucible. So we're going to go into the final part of tonight's live stream, ladies and gentlemen, which is a live Nightfall run. So we're going to go into the Vanguard tab, click on Nightfall, and see what the Nightfall will be. So in preparation for that, we're going to change my subclass to Arc, which usually is the default for most Nightfalls. So to see, yeah. So whichever the Nightfall will be, whether it's a Nightfall we've done, a Nightfall we haven't done for absolute ages, we will find out together live. So there will be barrier champions, so that's why we have to obviously be prepared for that. So I could switch that over. So usually I don't have the Thunderlord equipped for the heavy slot. I usually have an Arc version like this one potentially as well. There we are. So we have a full Arc layout, more or less. So whatever the Nightfall will be, I do hope you will enjoy it. It should be rather entertaining. So there will be barrier champions. If it does start the Nightfall from maybe 10 minutes or the in or something like that, we will redo it so you get to see it from the beginning. So I do hope you will enjoy the Nightfall run.
Alright, Guardian. This is a smash and grab. smash some hive, grab a chunk of submine.
And live to tell the tale.
Oh, right, so it's this one. There's the submine one. I initially thought it was going to be the Scarlet Keep, which is my favourite. This Nightfall is still a difficult one because all the pests are going to be really difficult to deal with. With it being a Nightfall version of the Strike. And we seem to be a player missing, but they might be loading in, which is often the case, in fairness, because sometimes it's me that hasn't loaded in, not them. So the more crap we kill, champion, so it's a great example. I think my teammates haven't got, or my teammate hasn't got armor piercing bullets. So. Oh, they should have stunned the champion beforehand. So hopefully my teammate that's joined us will be able to stun the barrier champion here, because we can't do anything here with this champion. Hello. Me. Let's wait for my teammate. Oh, they're both here. So usually when the barrier champion is here, what's he doing? Oh. Yay. So, realistically, we haven't wasted too much time before our teammates joined us. Whoa! Huge Shrek's nephew. What? Fuck. Listen, Nigel, or whatever his name is.
That did it. Hatch opening and setting that perimeter.
Angry Nigel, eh?
You're welcome.
Or whatever he was called. So the idea during the Nightfall is to try to get as many points as possible. Possibly as many barrier champions spawned, so we can get more points. But I still haven't worked out if it's points related in regards to how many barrier champions spawn. because sometimes you just don't know. Because every instance is going to be full of pests, obviously, but I don't know if it's points related with the amount of barrier champions that additionally spawn. Like I said, I don't know if it's points related for that. Well, that was funny, wasn't it? So getting to the next stage of the nightfall helps with the time. So the quicker you get done, the better. But like I said, not always it's a good thing, because you have to bear in mind with the points as well. If you want to get a very high score in regards to the nightfall, you want to get a platinum score as standard. Anything below that is acceptable in regards to live instance, for example, in my case. But we do often try to get the highest score if we can. Whoa, what the fuck? So we are against the Scorn here, which are fucking annoying. So the quicker you get to the next stage, the quicker you get to the final stage, which will hopefully ensure that you should get a good score. But the main thing is to get the nightfall done, obviously, but you do have up to 25 minutes to do the nightfall run. Oh, you little stink. Ah! Ooh. It's been very eventful so far. So if we all die, we actually have to start a checkpoint, and that loses points as well. So the good thing is, if you die near towards the end of the instance part that you're in, just wait for your teammates to resurrect you in that part. That's tough. So I don't know if that was a good thing or bad thing in regards to the score, because it all depends at the end, really. Because when the final score's announced at the end, it would determine if we get a platinum score or not. Wee.
Vault security re-up. You know what to do, Guardian.
Aye. Quite fun. So these pests, these storm pests, are
You were right, Mara. That Scorn's definitely trying to corrupt the submind and using some weird interface to copy out files. Luckily, looks like Malahayaki's rewriting itself with repair protocols every time we clear the bunker, so damage is minimal.
I suspect the witness is treating this Scorn as a living archive, copying important information to its mind for safekeeping. Troubling.
Oh, did that hurt? So we got one need thing. Ah! Oh, fell off. Shit. So we used them to open the locks, and I dropped it because I fucking fell off. It didn't even open the lock. That didn't make any sense. Oh, they're celebrating. I'm gonna go back and get. Ah, so actually, this is weird because it doesn't always normally do this. So it's actually helping us there to respawn where the little item that we collected and do the locks. Ah! Yay!
Vault open. All right, Malahayati, here we come.
I like how he actually accidentally killed himself. Yeah. So where's our teammate at? No. So, final part of the nightfall leads to this chamber. So sometimes it is the mindscape, but I don't think it is in this case. Ooh, annoying cold. The more little shits that are there help us get more fun. It's your friend. Get angry. Yes. I'm going to change the stick more of course, to make it more and more for instance. Hey, look, we have a barrier champion. Ooh, he's trying to attack me. So we haven't got these blob thing to deposit. It opens and we have to deal with the bloody barrier champion. Ah! Kill the champion. Oh, what did you do? Yay! Fucking kill him. Don't die, please. Because it will reset the instance. Oh. Yeah. That was quite funny actually. It's like, yeah. Good stuff. So with this still within the time, we do have a chance to maybe get some more points from the pets that spawn here, because we're still within the time limit of 25 minutes. I'm hoping we have a chance to really get good stuff. Tell it's a good score, not
How long has our moon been overrun by vermin? Is the city this weak?
The hive aren't so easy to root out. It's been tried.
Then destroy the moon. I could have replaced
Hey,
it
we
with
got a platinum
singularity
score,
or
which is good.
a station to maintain tidal gravity. There are options here.
Oh, that was cool.
I've seen firsthand the brashness of Golden Age humanity.
That was a
lot
cool
that the
Nightfall one. I
collapse
do
didn't
hope you
humble
enjoyed
at
it.
all. It is better to keep the hive concentrated in one place. Show them they are threatened, and they will cease to make obvious their plans.
So we're going to head to orbit. So, ladies and gentlemen, get rid of some crap that we don't need. So we're going to head to the tower. So at least you got to see the Nightfall run from start to finish. So the Nightfall is on the moon this time. So we're going to go and see Tess at the tower here. And we're going to buy that additional ship, and just make sure we've got spare room in regards to the ship. Yeah, we do. I do hope you've enjoyed it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, despite us finishing it under the 25 minutes, obviously, but you do have up to 25 minutes and then starts eating at your score during the night
Step
ball.
on up. Take a look.
Let's see what Tess is going to give us.
Don't know
Yay.
where my uncle finds these things.
So we're going to buy the ship. So in regards to our ship now, we can check it out now. There it is. So this is our new ship. We are going to change it to the New Age Black Armory like I do as default for my color appearance for any new ship or armory or weapons, regardless. Sort of goes together because it's sort of a Cabal-ish, isn't it? So we've locked the ship. All these are locked, usually. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to say thank you for watching tonight's live stream. So it has been a bit of an absence, hasn't it? But at least we've had fun tonight. So you got to see Zers Reset live for the first time in a little while. Also some Crucible and some Gambit side of Crucible, as well as a live Nightfall run. And we also bought that ship. So next time we're in Destiny 2, we will, well, you will see that ship. And also we will reset everything that is required for the week. So we will see if we can get some more bright dust, etc. Towards the weekly requirement. So we will make a start on Reset Tuesday coming up, and then continue that week to date in the part of Destiny 2. So with tonight's stream being very eventful, I'm very sure tomorrow night can be as eventful. So the final stream of this Reset week. Do hope you can join me for it. So final stream of this week. Tomorrow night, Saturday the 30th of May 2026 from 7:30 p.m. GMT UK time. We will head into Diablo 4, continue that, and see how far we can get in regards to the Vessel of Hatred. Trying to get it done so we can go into the Lord of Hatred live. So I do hope you can join me from 7:30 p.m. GMT UK time tomorrow night. Should be rather eventful, shouldn't it? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for watching tonight's stream. If you missed any of tonight, don't worry, it will be re-uploaded so you can watch it in your own time. Anyway, I want you all to have a great weekend. Couldn't even speak. Have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. And I look forward to seeing you all for tomorrow night's live stream. Anyway, thank you for watching tonight. It's been rather fun, entertaining, explosive. And no doubt tomorrow night is going to be as dramatic as well. Anyway, stay safe, ladies and gentlemen. And I look forward to seeing you all very soon for some more drama. But anyway, see you all tomorrow night for our continuation in the Vessel of Hatred. Anyway, stay safe, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all very soon.